Hello and welcome. Dear friends, today I'm talking about NEBOSH exams, scenario based questions and answers. Myself Javed, and you are on the platform of Safety First Life. In this training session, I'll highlight how to attempt NEBOSH IGC scenario based questions, and secondly, how to read and understand the scenario carefully and how you have to respond. These are the two major parts or the segments of this safety training today. Let us try to understand what is the scenario. You are a newly appointed health and safety officer for a contracting company. The company has a fleet of 6 refuse collection vehicles with 50 team members in the refuse collection team. One of the employees, a driver of one of the vehicles, has reported a minor incident. A reversing vehicle has struck another vehicle in the car park, causing very minor damage. The worker has reported the incident to the plant's manager. The manager's minimal investigation found that the operator was to blame because insufficient attention was paid when the vehicle was reversing. The worker was advised to be more careful in the future, or disciplinary action would be taken against him. At the very next Health and Safety Committee meeting, you are, as a health and safety practitioner, discussing incident statistics and incident investigations that have been taken place. Some of the committee members, workers' representatives mostly, discredit the investigation into the reversing vehicle incident. So, here the question is, how would you convince the other committee members to reopen the investigation? And I have read already the scenario. What happened, how it happened, what was the action of the plants manager, and what was the output or the outcome of minimal investigation. So we'll make a practice today. What you need to read the information provided in the scenario carefully. Consider that the information provided is all relevant and there are key indicators given to direct your answer. A key piece of information is that the investigation was minimal. That's why I highlighted it as blue. Your research will have indicated that a minimal investigation should be used for unlikely or rare occurrences with the potential for only minor injury. So, once you are reading the scenario, you need to highlight the key points like I did for you to make a practice. However, the worst possible event involving a reversing vehicle, especially one as large as a refuse vehicle, would be a fatality. You are advised that worker representatives discredit the investigation, and from a minimal investigation, it's likely that the manager only looked for immediate causes. I hope you are getting me if you are a safety practitioner, or even if you are not a safety practitioner but you are studying NEBOSH book and you are going to appear for NEBOSH examinations, IGC, International Journal Certificate, or even National Journal Certificate. You need to understand this is consistent with the worker being blamed and no other causes being followed up. You are asked how you would convince the other committee members to reopen the investigation. The other members are likely to be management or employer representatives because the worker representatives want the investigation reopened. Dear fellows, in accident investigation doesn't mean that you need to blame someone, but to find the root causes. But here, what the plants manager did, just the immediate causes. He never went to dig down the underlying and the root causes. Secondly, in United Kingdom, there are labor unions, workers' representatives, many health and safety bodies. So their representatives, they are participating in the safety committee meetings. That's why they are insisting to reopen the investigation. But the management or the employer representatives, like the project manager, plants manager, they are not willing to reopen because they feel it will cause waste of time, waste of money. And this is the common practice even in United States, United Kingdom, or anywhere else in any part of the world. Now you understand what is the scenario, what is the exact and real story, and why it is required to reopen accident investigation. And this is the time where you could now consider an answer plan, how you need to convince other representatives, other staff members from the employer side that they should reopen the accident investigation. Here, what you need to understand, first of all, accident or incident investigation. During the incident investigation, there must be the purpose of investigation, and the prime purpose is to avoid reoccurrences. But it is only possible once during the investigation you are able to highlight, understand, and find easily the immediate causes, the underlying causes, and the root causes. Otherwise, just with the immediate causes, you cannot stop the recurrence of accidents or incidents. To stop the incidents and accidents, you need to investigate thoroughly. You need to find out the underlying causes and the root causes. So, this is the way how you will plan your answer. Secondly, you need to give the examples of immediate, underlying, and root causes examples. How to take the investigation further, 5 why strategy. Then you need to put on the table persuasive reasons to reopen the investigation. Those are moral, legal, and financial obligations. And lastly, examples of moral, legal, and financial reasons. If you will consider all these points in this question, then only you can respond correctly, efficiently, and you can get the maximum marks from the examiner. And the last part of the video, what would be the suggested correct answer for this question? But you need to remember that whatever you are going to write down, you need to relate this to the scenario. Otherwise, if you will answer in a generic way, the examiner will not give you the maximum marks. Now, we'll write down the reasons how we can convince the company management or the employer representatives. The committee members may have little or no experience on investigating accidents. Like the plant's manager, he did. It shows they are not experienced in accident investigation. I would advise them that the immediate cause of an incident would be the unsafe acts or unsafe conditions led to the reversing vehicle striking the other vehicle. A medium or high level investigation should establish why this happened. There is no way to conduct a minimal investigation. Here you need to write down medium or high level investigation. The committee could be given examples of unsafe acts and conditions that a medium or high level investigation may have revealed. For example, damage to the vehicle's mirrors, faulty reversing camera, or lack of a reversing assistant. Unsafe conditions may include poor levels of lighting or reversing too quickly. As I told you, a 5 whys analysis, accident investigation strategy to get or right at the root causes could be used to further establish that the underlying causes themselves were caused by management system failings such as inadequate training of the worker. These are known as root causes, and without establishing the root causes, the incident may be repeated with another vehicle and another worker. But this time, it may be pedestrians are involved and the contracting company would be investigating a fatality. This is morally and legally unacceptable. I would advise that root causes may be organizational failures, job related matters, or personal factors. We may even find that we have not complied with legislation due to poor maintenance of the vehicle or lack of management systems of work. I would also advise committee members that monitoring safe systems of work was a legal duty that required a more complete incident investigation to take place. Without a clear identification of the causes of incident, corrective action to prevent a recurrence would not be taken. I could go further and explain that the purpose of investigation is not to find someone to blame, but to prevent a recurrence. This cannot be achieved without the full commitment of everyone within the company or the organization from top to bottom, from workers to top management. This is a complete and correct answer for this question. Remember, you are writing down to experienced examiners. They can understand you have plenty of time and stuff to get from internet. But here, what they need to check that you have analyzing power, you have investigative skills, you understand safety management system, you are well aware how the things go wrong or how it can be corrected. If you will answer the question this way and in this detail, and you will take the keywords and you will link these keywords to the scenario, you can get the maximum marks from the NEBOSH examiner. This was NEBOSH Exams Part 2. In the upcoming training session, I'll give you an example of insufficient answer for the same scenario. Then you will understand why some people they are fail and why some people they are getting success in the first attempt by scoring credit or distinction. Thanks for watching. And if you find the video informative, then like, comment and share it with your friends and colleagues. For now, that's all. Good luck and goodbye.